Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call. If you would take a minute to tie up the game against Oklahoma, and then tell us what you expect to see as you return to your campus home, at least for the first time this season, to face Lamar on Saturday.
Big win for our program. But our guys played extremely hard, didn't play well at times. Typical first game, mistakes that you never want to happen, but that having done this long enough that you're not going to be at running on all cylinders, so to speak, in the first game, and so have a lot to correct this week. And the fact that we're playing at home, I think is big, and expect to see our fans, students, and alumni out in full force.
We'll take questions for Coach Herman. Please hit *1 on your keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you. And you can go ahead with the first question, please.
Ted Lewis with New Orleans Advocate.
Yes, Coach, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
Talk about the game Stephen Dunbar had, and is that what you expect to see him this year? And also, how do you view Louisiana as a recruiting territory for you?
Both great questions. Stephen Dunbar had a great game. Actually, he's more focused on one that he dropped instead of all the ones that he caught, and that was a big part of our game plan, was to go in. They were a single high defense that left their corners by themselves quite a bit, and we're not going to run by anybody on the outside. Steve's not the fastest. Chance Allen is not the fastest guy, but with big, strong, physical guys that when the ball is in the air, they do a great job of making plays on the football, and Steve did a tremendous job of that. And then, the state of Louisiana has been very good to the University of Houston, both in the present and the past. I think it's it is really the only state other than the state of Texas that we actively recruit. That we actually have two full-time coaches that have recruiting territories, if you will, in the state of Louisiana. One kind of covers the south, and the other up north. But as you can see, Steve had a tremendous game. Brandon Wilson was Conference Player of the Week, and we've got B.J. Singleton. We've got last year one of our great playmakers, Trayvon Stewart, was a 3-year starter here at safety. So the state of Louisiana has been very, very good to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now hear from Danny Shapiro with Beaumont Enterprise.
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
Doing great, Danny. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. So I know you haven't had a lot of time so far, but what kind of stands out to you about Lamar as a program and then just as a football team this season?
Well, I've known Coach Woodard for a long time, and he's done a great job there. I don't know how long the program has been back. Do you know how many years, Danny, it's been?
This is the 7th. It started back up in 2010.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job of turning it into a really good program there in the Southland Conference. And, that they recruit, like we do. They're going to recruit the state of Texas and into Louisiana, and they've got really good players. And then, just looking at them a little bit on film, obviously the running back, Harrington is a heck of a player that's going to be a force to be dealt with. And then on defense, their safety, Jernigan, coming up with 14 tackles in that game against Coastal Carolina. You can see that they're very well coached, and I've got a ton of respect for Coach Woodard.
And just one more, just with obviously coming off a big win, and you have a short week after this. What do you kind of tell your guys not to, maybe let up a little bit against Lamar? A team Lamar who stuck with Baylor pretty well last year on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that would be anywhere in any of our guys' minds. I know they're 18 to 22 years old, but we've got a very mature team, very business-like team that I think they understand that, this is college football, and if you don't bring your A game each and every week, then, you're going to be in for a dogfight. And our culture is such that, if there's any ounce of complacency or letting the foot off the pedal, you're going to get smacked in the face with the proverbial shovel. I just think our team, our leaders on this team would never allow something like that to happen.
Gotcha. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And do you have other questions for Coach Herman, please? Star 1 on your telephone keypad, if so. And, Coach, while we maybe queue a couple more up, I was going to throw it out that I've asked some of the other coaches. The conference went 10-2 overall in Week 1. I know you probably likely have blinders on, focused certainly on your games past and present. Are you aware of what happened around the conference this week, and what does that say about maybe the state of the conference entering the 2016 season?
Unfortunately, I didn't know, so I don't know who beat who and all that. So, but always, anytime the conference does well, it serves the good of everybody involved, and so proud to be a part of the conference, proud to see the conference have success, and hopefully we can continue to sustain that.
Thanks. We can move on to the next question, please.
Eddie Timanis with USA Today.
Hi, Coach.
Hey.
Obviously you guys don't want to, get too far ahead of yourselves as coaches, and especially with respect to how you talk to your players. But does the Oklahoma win do anything as far as maybe changing the goals for the season? As far as what you're aiming for.
No, I think we're very short-sighted, and we went to bed Saturday night. We celebrated the win. We were 1-0 that week, and we have 4 pillars of our program, and one of those pillars is literally the term 1-0, and so it has been since the day we got here, and so we woke up yesterday morning 0-0 in this week, and trying to go 1-0 against Lamar, and to change the goals. No, the goal is each and every week is to prepare at a championship level to go win a football game on Saturday, and then the long-term goal is to simply win the American Conference, knowing that the way that this conference has positioned itself, that more than likely is going to mean a trip to a New Year's Six bowl game.
Just finally, how did you come out of the game health-wise? Was it one of the more hard-hitting games of the weekend?
Yeah, we our quarterback, Greg Ward Jr., had some shoulder soreness. We got an MRI on it yesterday. It's all soft tissue, nothing structural. So he didn't practice yesterday, but should be pretty good to go. He's feeling good today. And then Duke Catalon sprained his ankle, finished the game. Again, kind of stiffened up, swelled up on him a little bit Saturday night, so he didn't practice yesterday either. But, he's getting a ton of treatment, feels a ton better today, and expect to have him for tomorrow's practice as well.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
And our next question comes from Ted Lewis with New Orleans Advocate.
Yes, Coach. Sort of along the line of that last question. Again, I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but knowing the impact of that victory Saturday, in short-term, long-term, you're in every projection now to be in the not just the New Year's Six game, but in the playoffs. What does that mean? What does that mean personally to you, and what you've been able to accomplish, and what the school's accomplished in the short time you've been there?
Well, I think those are two different questions. One, it's very gratifying to know that in 20 months on the job that we've revitalized college football, not just for this program, not just for this university, but for all intents and purposes for the great city of Houston. And so when you stop and think about that and what we've done and what our players and coaches have been able to accomplish, that is gratifying, and it's motivating too. It's motivating to know that that we've set the bar pretty high, and we've got continue to live up to that. But as far as projections and any of that, yeah, we pay zero mind to any of that, and just proud to keep winning football games for our great city and our great university.
Do you have any concerns about your players keeping their focus on what's just ahead, this week's game and the one after that and so forth?
No. I mean, I talk about our culture a lot. You know, I mean, they had close to 9 months of having to listen to all this chatter and about the Oklahoma game, and you know, our quarterback's on the cover of Sports Illustrated and this, that, and the other, and so they had 9 months of reality check and in our culture, and you know, I just our players are. This is a unique team full of really mature, very businesslike guys that understand that if we take the foot off the gas for one split second, that could mean the difference between winning and losing. And every time, regardless of opponent, that they walk into this building, it is fourth and inches from the time they walk in to the time they walk out, and it's intense, and it's you know, something that it just the way we do our business. The way we do our business does not allow, you know, for any of that stuff to kind of creep in.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Yep.
Coach, we thank you for the time today. We look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.
Okay, thank you.